Good morning.
Good morning.
We call to order the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for April 19th, 2017. Today we have all members present. Myself, Nikel Winfrey, President, Talita Green, Vice President, and Clotilde LeBroy, the Director of Public Works. We'll first start with the swearing in of new police recruits for the City of Gary Police Department.
This memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from Larry McKinley, Chief of Police, regarding swearing in of new police recruits. Please be advised that Mayor Karen Freeman Wilson was swearing our newest police recruits on Tuesday, April 18th at 8:30. This occasion will be held in the Gary Room of City Hall. Thereupon, we respectfully request that the new recruits be sworn in by the Board of Public Works and Safety for the Gary Police Department at its regularly scheduled meeting on Wednesday, April 19th. The new recruits are Daryl Gordon and Martin Garzaz. I move that we swear in the new recruits, Daryl Gordon and Martin Garzaz.
Second. Any questions? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Gentlemen, if you would please come up to the front. And if you would repeat after me, once I say aye, then you will insert your names and then repeat the rest. I
Martin Garzaz. Daryl Gordon.
do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Indiana
and the state of Indiana
and the municipal code of the City of Gary, Indiana,
and the municipal code of the city of Gary, Indiana,
and that I will discharge my duties
and I will discharge my duties
as a sworn police officer
as a sworn police officer
of the City of Gary, Indiana,
of the city of Gary, Indiana,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will have you both come back to the Public Works office tomorrow to sign.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
I thought it would be 12 guys.
Whatever, no difference.
Okay. Thank you. Next, we'll go with awards.
This memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from Nicole Rump, Deputy Director, Community Development. Awards for 3708 Buchanan Street, 2116 Roosevelt Street, 852 East 36th Place, 1134 Gibson Place, 4834 Carolina Street, 734 Mississippi, 311 Roosevelt Street, 438 Roosevelt Street, and 312 Wilson Street. We have the bid tabulations that are attached. The first property, 3708 Buchanan. Estimated cost is $19,588.70 with a 20% range of $3,917.74. The bidders were JMD Construction at $19,750 and Skyline Construction at $35,300. Recommendation is JMD Construction. The second property at 5027 Connecticut Street, estimated cost $19,764 with a bid range of $3,952.80. The bidders were JMD Construction at $23,700 and Skyline Construction at $28,000. The recommendation to be awarded is to JMD Construction.
I'm sorry, what address was that?
That property is 5027 Connecticut Street.
Okay, that's not listed.
So I'm wondering if they meant to or not. Okay,
5027.
Connecticut.
We'll have to go back and add it.
I move that we add it.
Okay.
The next property is 2116 Roosevelt Street, cost estimates $19,225 with the bid range of $3,845. The bids are JMD Construction at $19,200 and Skyline Construction at $26,500. The recommendation is to JMD Construction. The next property is 852 East 36th Place. The cost estimate is $19,910 with a bid range of $3,982. The bidders are JMD Construction at $19,500 and Skyline Construction at $26,200. The recommendation is to JMD Construction. Property 1134 Gibson Place, cost estimate is $19,825 with a range of $3,965. The bidders are JMD Construction at $19,200 and Skyline Construction at $26,750. The recommendation is for JMD Construction. Property at 4834 Carolina Street, the cost estimate is $19,987 with a 20% range of $3,997.40. The bidders are JMD Construction at $19,500 and Skyline Construction at $25,000. The recommendation is to JMD Construction. Property at 734 Mississippi Street, the estimate is $19,961.30 with a range of $3,992.26. The bidders are JMD Construction at $19,650 and Skyline Construction at $31,170. The recommendation is to JMD Construction. For property at 311 Roosevelt Street, the cost estimate is $19,900 with a range of $3,980. The bidders are JMD Construction at $17,400 and Skyline Construction at $19,550. The recommendation is to JMD Construction. Property at 438 Roosevelt Street, cost estimate is $19,818 with a 20% range at $3,963.60. The bidders are JMD Construction at $15,600 and Skyline Construction at $25,000. Recommendation, neither bid received fell below or within the recommended bid range. However, JMD Construction bid fell within $254.40 of the range, while Skyline Construction fell within $1,218.40 of the range. Please accept the recommendation of JMD Construction. For property at 312 Wilson Street, the cost estimate is $17,715. The range is $3,543. The bidders are JMD Construction at $17,500 and Skyline Construction at $14,850. The recommendation is to Skyline Construction. Madam President, I move that we add to the recommendation for the memo, the property at 5027 Connecticut Street.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And I move that we approve the recommendations of the Department of Community Development for the properties as recommended.
Second, any questions? I do have a question. Can you repeat 734 Mississippi? What was the cost estimate?
730.
734?
734 was
Okay.
19,961.
Okay, I thought for some reason you said 3,900, but that was the,
That was the range.
okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have claims.
We have ratification of payroll for April 13, 2017. Total payroll, $1,511,030.07. I move that we ratify payroll from April 13.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have ratifications of claims for April 13, 2007. The general fund is $213.48, and self-insurance is $29,464.03. I move that we ratify claims for April 13, 2017.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have an approval of claims for April 21st, 2017. The general fund is $90,917.17. Special revenue, $69,643.33. The home program, $2,082. Market Park, $83.15. The general fund casino, $35. Genesis Center operating, $15,338.61. Healthy Start grant, $5,502.43. Blight elimination, $32,500. Greater Green, $1,956.71. LDA Casino, $44,048.50. Total to be paid is $262,106.90. I move that we approve claims for April 21st, 2017.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
That concludes claims.
Thank you. Next, we have correspondence and agreement. Correspondence from the Police Department.
This memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from Larry McKinley, Chief of Police, the resignation notice of probation officer Timothy Martin. We respectfully submit the resignation notice of probation officer Timothy Martin. Officer Martin began his employment as an officer for the City of Gary December 2016. He resigned from his position effective April 6, 2017. There is a notice that has been prepared by Timothy Martin indicating that on this day of April 6, 2017, I, Timothy Martin, have decided to resign from the Gary Police Department for personal reasons. Thank you for the opportunity, but I will be furthering my career in a different field. I move that we accept the resignation of Timothy Martin.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the Common Council.
This memo is to Nikhil Ellen Winfrey from Ronald Brewer, President of the Gary Common Council. Enclosed are 3 quotes the Gary Common Council is submitting for reupholstery and repair services for 18 benches located in the council chambers. The 3 quotes are as follows. B&B Thomas Upholstery, 442 165th Street, Hammond, Indiana, for reupholstering, repair, reglue, touch-up, and materials with the 5-year warranty on materials, $13,720. For Smith Upholstery and Slip Covers, 4487 Broadway, Gary, Indiana, lifetime warranty on workmanship, $12,100. For Kappa's Upholstery, 6704 Kennedy Avenue, Hammond, Indiana, for 10-year warranty, costs $12,500. I am requesting Board of Works approval for B&B Thomas Upholstery to provide reupholstery and repair services for the chambers. The total cost for labor and materials is $13,720. A 50% deposit in the amount of $6,860 is required at first installment for purchase of materials to begin work. The final installment in the amount of $6,860 is due upon receipt of services. Madam President, I have to move that we defer this approval because it is requesting a 50% deposit and the city's not allowed to prepay.
Okay. Also, I had a question. Do we know why the lowest bidder wasn't selected?
The Gary.
Because Smith's Upholstery
No.
Is the lowest bidder, but I'm not sure if there was something else, another reason why B&B was considered more responsive or more responsible as a bidder.
The only thing that it mentions is that B&B Thomas Upholstery and Smith's Upholstery were initially asked to reupholster 1 bench apiece to determine the quality of the workmanship and materials each would provide. It doesn't indicate that they had a superior quality or anything, but it appears that they judged them on their quality. And it also indicates that they will pay Smith $870 for labor and materials because they did not win the vote.
Right, but I think we need further explanation why the lowest bidder was not selected because the other
It's not included.
vendor was also lower. So B&B is the most expensive out of all 3. So you move to the first. Second. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the Health Department.
This memo is to Clotilde LeBroy, Public Works Director, from Gregory Thomas, City Attorney, regarding contract with Stericycle. The Law Department has reviewed the attached contract with Stericycle to dispose of medical waste disposal services. Under the agreement, the Health Department will pay a monthly service fee of $1,587.82. The total amount of the contract shall not exceed $33,494.52. The terms of the contract shall be from May 1st, 2016 until December 31st, 2017. The contract has been difficult to negotiate. Contractor insisted on using their standard service agreement and they refused to sign a city contract, which is required to do business with the city. An agreement was finally reached with the contractor and they finally agreed to sign the city's standard contract. Contractor continued to provide the city services while contractor negotiations were continuing. Therefore, $12,702.52 $0.56 of the contract sum is allocated over the period of the contract from May 1st, 2016 to December 31st, 2016. The balance of the funds will cover the monthly service fee of $1,587.82, plus additional funds for additional stops and additional containers per the terms of the contract. Madam President, I move that we ratify the contract between the City of Gary Health Department and Stericycle to May 1st, 2016.
Second, any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have correspondence from the Department of Redevelopment.
This memo is to the Carolina Winfrey Corporation Council from Jack Eskin, Deputy Director, Department of Planning and Redevelopment, regarding request for approval of the project coordination contract between the City of Gary and Indiana Department of Transportation for the road safety audits of Lake Street. The City of Gary Department of Planning and Redevelopment staff hereby requests that the Board of Public Works approve the attached contract between the City of Gary and Correndino LLC for the road safety audits of Lake Street, Ridge Road, and Grant Street. The road safety audits will provide the city with formal safety performance examinations of all three roads to be completed in 2018 and will inform future infrastructure improvement projects along each corridor. The total budget for all three audits is $105,000, is being financed entirely through a reimbursable Highway Safety Improvement Program grant that was awarded to the city in 2016 for the Northwestern Indiana Regional Planning Commission. In advance of the reimbursement through NERC, the Redevelopment Commission will cover the payment of the consultation invoices. We have attached a letter to Jack Eskin from the Corradino engineer regarding the project and the cost of the project, dividing the man-hour estimates in the project. Also, letters from NDOT approving the project. Madam President, I move that we approve the request for approval for the project coordination contract between the City of Gary and Indiana Department of Transportation.
Second, any questions?
Yes. Generally, when NDOT or Indiana Department of Transportation has a reimbursable grant, the city has to pay up front $105,000. Do we know where this $105,000 is going to be paid from?
I don't believe, per Jack, I don't believe that we have, they have to pay up front, but I can give him a call now or have him.
Well, it
call
says
back.
it's an entirely reimbursable grant.
Oh, okay, well, let me, redevelopment may be paying for it, but let me get clarification from him.
Okay. Do you want,
I'll go.
You want to defer it?
yes, until the end of the meeting? I move that we defer to the end of the meeting.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Correspondence from Public Works Department regarding multiple locations for utility road cut permits.
This letter is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from Ron Weidman, Robinson Engineering, regarding multiple locations for utility road cuts. Requests were received from AT&T Utility Road Cut Permit to install new fiber optic conduit within the right-of-way. AT&T will be performing work at multiple locations within the city. AT&T should provide more detailed documentation regarding a work plan for construction within the road-of-way. The details shall consist of the following: indicated in the cover letter the revised dates, times, and duration of their work at all locations. Provide a maintenance of traffic plan at all locations. A restoration plan with details of all work being done. The following AT&T permits are included in this review with the attached comments. 25th Avenue and Madison Street, 635 Lake Street, must provide item A from above. Randolph Street between Indiana Boundary Avenue and Locust Street. Before construction begins, coordination with Fire Department Station 11 for traffic maintenance must occur. Clark Road, just south of 5th Avenue. The proposed manhole will be within the existing concrete sidewalk. 19th Avenue and Martin Luther King Drive, 19th Avenue and Mississippi Street must provide item A from above before work can begin. And Grand Boulevard between 4th Avenue and Miller must provide items A, B, and C. Madam President, I move for the approval of the work to be done by AT&T for utility road cut permits.
Second, any questions?
Yes, Madam President, I do have a question. Unless I'm missing something here, I'm not sure why we're being asked to approve the road cuts if all of this information needs to be received before they can start the work.
What is the date?
There are no dates.
So they want to approve a contingent upon this documentation coming to the board's office. And it's probably because they don't know the date, so they don't want to have to wait until the next meeting if they, for example, provided all the information, let's say tomorrow, and then they could start the following day with the approval. So it's essentially delegating back to the department that if they receive this information, they can give the go-ahead.
So how will we know that we received the information, the board? If we give the approval before we receive the information,
We,
as opposed to ratifying after we receive it?
is your recommendation to defer the item until we receive the information?
Yes.
Okay, if you could modify your motion.
I move that we ratify, I'm sorry. I move that we defer multiple locations for utility road cuts until we receive the items that are requested by the engineer.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
I'm disabled. We have 2 renewals for disabled parking signs. The first one is for Ms. Clark. And we have the no expiration placard along with a notice from the physician indicating that the patient has a disability and they recommend a renewed parking sticker. The registration for the car expires in 2018. The driver's license expires 2022. And for Ms. Crawford Jackson, this is also a renewal application with a no expiration placard. The driver's license expires in 2022. There's a notice from the physician indicating that there is an ongoing diagnosis. And there are 2 registration for vehicles, one expiring in June of 2017 and the other in March of 2018. I move that we approve the renewal of the handicap parking signs for both Ms. Crawford Jackson and Ms. Clark.
I'm sorry, can we,
Second,
I'm
any
sorry.
questions?
Oh, yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
For Ernestine Clark, can we defer that one to just ensure that she actually drives? Because I do know, I was just told that she's bedridden, so she does not drive. So can we just check to see?
Was it someone else?
I want to verify that to make sure.
There is a Martha Clark,
Or it's her daughter, probably to take her back and forth to the hospital.
Somebody.
and she has a different location.
Martha Clark doesn't stay at the same place?
But the placard is for her residence, correct?
Yes.
It's probably to take her back and forth to the hospital.
Okay, that's on.
Well, wait a minute, there's two. So the driver's license may not have been updated. That's at a different location, but the registration of the vehicle for Martha Clark is at the same location as Ernestine Clark.
Okay.
Okay,
It's her daughter.
okay.
Thank you.
You okay with that?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Did you find out other information?
Nobody's at work, so. No, they're trying to call him.
All right, next we have correspondence from the Department of Community Development.
This memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from Arlene Colvin, Director. Request to extend time to receive bids.
said contingent on information, so we want the information.
Okay.
This memo comes to the Board of Public Works and Safety as a request for approval to extend the time to receive bids for the installation of curbs and sidewalks at Reed Park. The bid documents for the project are being revised by the city engineer according to a 2-week extension of time, and is necessary in order to give bidders adequate time to prepare bids. Please extend the time to receive bids for the project to May 3rd, 2017. I move that we accept the request from the department to extend the bid time for Reed Park to May 3rd.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
We also have approval of contract for the Arch Group. And this memo is to the Board of Public Works and Safety from Arlene Colvin. Proposals were requested by Community Development Division for the preparation of its 2017 action plan for submission to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The proposals were from Arch Group for $14,100 and Urban Design Ventures $14,250. Both firms are qualified to do the work and perform similar services for this department in the past. Accordingly, we therefore request that the attached contract be approved for the Arch Group. There is a memo from Inga Lewis Shannon indicating that her law office has reviewed the contract for professional services for Department of Community Development and the Arch Group. The contract is for the preparation of the 2017 action plan for CDBG. Contractor will be paid the sum of $426,261 for all services. Madam President, it indicates that the scope of services agrees to provide services on behalf of its community development program in connection with development of the 2017 plan as described in Exhibit 2. I move that we approve the contract for the Arch Group.
Second, any questions?
Yes, the memo indicates that the proposal received was for $14,100.
Yeah.
But the attorney's letter indicates it will be paid $426,261.
Yeah.
Is there someone here for community development that can address the discrepancy?
And the contract is for the $14,100. Maybe there's just an error in the attorney's letter. But also, the contract indicates.
What is the QC 40?
The QC 40 is $14,100.
Okay.
It also indicates that Exhibit 2 is attached, and that is not attached, which is the scope of the services.
I think we should do both.
Deferred.
I move that we defer the contract request for Arch Group.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Next, we have approval of home amended tenant-based rental housing assistance agreement. Madam President, I move that we defer this agreement.
Second, any questions? The reason for the deferral?
Both of them are
This is an amendment, and the amendment indicates that it was amended, the original agreement was in 2014. It was amended in 2014 to extend the time performance and decrease the amount, amended in 2015 to extend the account and increase the amount, amended in 2016 to extend the time and increase the amount. And it is asking to amend in 2017 and increase the amount to $240,000. Because we can only do a 20% increase on the contract, it doesn't indicate the actual amount that has been awarded, so we don't know whether or not we're exceeding the 20%.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item deferred.
Next, we have approval of contracts for the senior housing rehab program. And the first one is for JMD Construction, and it is property at 3708 Buchanan Street, and the amount of $19,750. I move that we approve the contract between Community Development and Betsy. The next property is located 1134 Gibson Street, and it is between JMD Construction and Mr. Bostic. The attorney for Community Development indicated that she has reviewed the contract and is in proper legal form. And the amount of the contract is $19,200. The next contract is for property at 21116 Roosevelt Street. The attorney indicated that she's reviewed the contract between JMD Construction and Ms. Simon for $19,200, and that it is in proper legal form and sufficient to protect the interests of the city of Gary. The next contract is for property at 312 Wilson Street, Gary, Indiana, for $14,850 between Skyline Construction and Ms. Gatti. And the attorney indicated that she's reviewed the contract and it is in proper legal form to adequately protect the interests of the city of Gary. The next contract is for property at 734 Mississippi Street. The attorney indicates that she's reviewed the contract between JMD Construction and Ms. Hall, and it's for $19,650 and is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the city of Gary. The next contract is for property 852 East 36th Place. The attorney indicates she's reviewed the contract between JMD Construction and Ms. King Thomas for $19,500, and the contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the city of Gary. The next contract is for 4834 Carolina Street between JMD Construction and Mr. Alexander, and the attorney indicates that she has reviewed the contract between JMD Construction and Mr. Alexander for $19,500, and the contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the city of Gary. And the last contract is between JMD Construction and Cora Peterson, and the attorney indicated that she's reviewed the contract for property at 311 Roosevelt Street for $17,400, and the contract is in proper legal form and sufficient to adequately protect the interests of the city of Gary. I move that we approve the contracts for properties at 3708 Buchanan, 2116 Roosevelt, 852 East 36, 1134 Gibson, 4834 Carolina, 734 Mississippi, 311 Roosevelt Street, 312 Wilson Street, and 438 Roosevelt Street.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We are gonna go back to correspondence from redevelopment. We defer to the end of the meeting regarding the request for approval of project coordination contract.
Yes.
Were we able to receive any additional
Yes.
information?
Yes,
Okay.
I spoke with Joe, the redevelopment director, and he said that they are going to front the money and then be reimbursed
Through redevelopment?
through redevelopment.
Okay. Madam President, I move that we approve the request for the project coordination contract between the City of Gary, Indiana Department of Transportation for the road safety audits.
Second, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there any other unfinished business? Any new business?
No.
We're open for public comment. Would anyone like to speak? Yes, sir.
Good morning, Board. I would like to welcome probationary officers Daryl Gordon and Martin Gaza, police force, and I'd also like to extend my appreciation for resigning officer Timothy Martin, probationary Timothy Martin, and wish him well in his future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
Move to adjourn.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.